Or did you win your basketball game?
Yes. Excited.
Nakita ko. I saw you playing earlier. Very good. So I think everyone is maybe coming from a big day at school or maybe at work. I think yes, maybe we're pagod na tayo. Maybe just want to be with the Lord before we head home and before tulog, bagong tulog, before we sleep. Just to be alone with Jesus. Maybe we've had many voices in our day, pero ngayon gusto natin mag-isa kasama Jesus, alone with Jesus, to listen. And so we're going to have our readings in a moment, but these readings are really wonderful because our Lord reminds us that loving is always possible. Sa Tagalog, hindi sa... Sorry. Take two. Palaging posible sa pag-ibig para sa lahat. Palagi. Okay, no matter what situation we're in, it's always possible to love. So if we can have our readings, you go. Will you read from that?
Subalit sinasabi ko sa inyong mga nakikinig sa akin, mahalin ninyo ang inyong mga kaaway, at gawa ng mabuti ang mga natutuot sa inyo. Pagpalain ninyo ang sumusumpa sa inyo, at ipanalangin ang mga nakaapi sa inyo. Kapag sinampal ka sa isang pisngi, iharap mo rin ang kabila. Kapag inagaw ang iyong balakal, huwag mo ipagkait ang iyong gabi. Bigyan mo ang bawat hinihingi sa iyo. At kung may pumuhas ng iyong ari-arian, huwag mo nang bawiin pa ang mga iyon. Gawin ninyo sa inyong kapwa ang nais ninyong gawin nila sa inyo. Kung ang nagmamahal lamang sa inyo ang inyong mamahalin, ano pang gantimpala ang inyong hihintayin? Ang mga makasalanan man ay marunong din magmahal sa mga nagmamahal sa kanila. Kung ang mga nagmamabuti lamang sa inyo ang inyong gagawa ng mabuti, ano pang gantimpala ang inyong hihintayin? Kahit ang masamang tao ay gumagawa rin yan. At kung ang makakabayad lamang ang inyong papautangin, ano pang gantimpala ang inyong hihintayin? Kahit ang masamang tao pinagpapautang din sa kapwa nila masama, sa pag-asang sila'y mababayaran. Sa halip, mahalin ninyo ang inyong mga kaaway at gumawa kayo ng mabuti. Magpahiram kayo na hindi umaasa ng anumang kabayaran. Sa gayon, malaking gantimpala ang tatamuhin ninyo. At kayo magiging mga anak ng kataas-taas ng Diyos, sapagkat siya'y mabuti kahit sa masasama at sa mga hindi marunong tumanaw ng utang na loob. Maging mahabagin kayo tulad ng inyong ama. Huwag kayong humatol at hindi kayo hahatulan. Huwag kayong magparusa at hindi din kayo paparusahan ng Diyos. Patawarin ninyo ang inyong kapwa at kayo papatawarin din ng Diyos. Magbigay kayo at kayo bibigyan ng Diyos. Gustong takal, siksik, liglig, at umaapaw pa ang ibibigay sa inyo. sapagkat ang panukat na ginagamit ninyo sa iba ay siya rin gagamitin panukat sa inyo. Ang salita ng
Thank you, Salamat, for that. So, ganda readings, diba? Ganda pagbasa. So, again, no? We hear in the readings that it's always possible to love Jesus. Jesus sabi ni Jesus, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you. Parang do the impossible. Parang puede kang imposible. You can do the impossible because loving is always possible. Sabi ni Trisha kanina, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. At first, it sounds very difficult, no? It sounds really impossible. Maybe you remember, naala mo bang maraming situation, sobrang mahirap sa pag-ibig. Maybe there are many situations that are very difficult to love. Pero, sabi ni Jesus, pwede ka. You could. You can. No matter what. Alam mo ba, yung context, yung situation sa gospel, Jesus chooses his 12 apostles. Sa Tagalog, chooses. Jesus. Pinili.
Yes.
Pinili si Jesus.
Yes.
Ni Jesus ang mga apostles. Tapos, pagkatapos yan, kausap niya sa apostles yung munang teaching, his first teaching to the 12 apostles only. No one else. Only the 12 apostles now. Tapos, he's speaking to people who he knows have more potential. He wants to speak to a small group who he wants to develop and who he wants to bring up to a new level, sa bagong level. New level of love. Not for everyone, but for you. For his 12 apostles. For those listening to his word. For those who are following him. He says to his disciples and to us today, ang mga kaibigan, loving is possible. Nothing can stop you. So don't hold back. Don't hold back. Sa Tagalog, walang imposible. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Parang yan. Yung. Don't hold back. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be perfect. Don't be afraid to love to the max. Don't be afraid to be a saint. Don't be afraid to be a saint. Because, sabi ni Gab sa Easter Encounter, diba? We all have a Jesus potential. Sabi niya. We all have a Jesus potential. So don't hold back. Even though it seems impossible and sobrang mahirap, paminsan-minsan, it's possible. I remember sa kailan akong sa high school, meron assignment, di ba? Meron assignment, you have to. And the teacher was explaining to us the assignment. Tapos, I'm sitting there, my mind is going in circles. My mind doesn't make any sense when my teacher is explaining the assignment to me. And honestly, it looked impossible, the assignment she was giving, because it was in a class I wasn't very good at, so really, wow, it's impossible. Tapos, after she gave it to us, I just started, step by step, one day at a time, doing what she said, even though I didn't understand all the time. Day 1, a little bit. Day 2, a little bit more. Day 3, a little bit more. Making more sense. Day 4. And you know, within 1 month, tapos na. Assignment complete. And high grades. I promise.
Congrats.
High grades, no? What? In the beginning, I thought it was impossible or I would fail. Neither. I did it and I got good grades. I passed, no? I passed. You know, in our life, a similar thing happens. In our life, living a good and meaningful life, living a life full of love and energy and purpose, sometimes can be difficult. But the hardest step of loving is always the first step. The hardest part is always the first step. The hardest part is believing we can. Loving is a choice. No one can force you. It's a choice. People can force you to go to school. People can force you to, I don't know, eat sometimes. People can force you, give you the clothes, but no one can force you to love. Not your mom, not your dad, not Father Bong, not God. God will not force you to love. It's a choice. It's a choice. Maybe as you're thinking, as you're listening to our Lord, maybe there's someone sa school that comes to your mind. Baka nasa isip mo, ang mga tayo, classmates din, sobrang annoying. Minsan bully. Rude face, huh? Or teachers, sobrang misunderstanding. Or parents, they don't understand. They don't understand. Or maybe you're thinking of maybe a difficult relationship. Or maybe you're thinking of a dream for your future. What you're going to do in the future. What job. There are many things that seem impossible, no? But aren't. They aren't. It's possible not because we are strong, but because God makes it possible. God makes it possible. In verse 38, Sabi ni Jesus, give and gifts will be given to you. A good measure, packed together, shaken down, and overflowing. And it will be poured into your lap. The measure with which you measure will be measured out to you. It's like God is saying, you know, sometimes when I was buying groceries for our family, I was worried minsan kung walang kulang. But whenever my dad gave me car, it's always enough. I don't know, I can't see. Hindi ako nakita pero always enough. Parang yan, God is saying to you and to me, I will give you the love. Don't worry about it. I will provide all of the love and forgiveness you need in order to be perfect. I will provide all of the love and forgiveness you need in order to be a saint. God will provide. God will provide the love. God will give the love. Bigyan ni God ang pag-ibig sa ninyo. God will give the love. 1 John 4:8. 1 John 4:8. God is love. No? God is love. God will give the love. Sabi ni St. Paul, I can do all things through Him who strengthens me. I can do all things. Pwede akong lahat. I can do all things. God makes loving possible. You know, September 7, maybe, 4 days ago, meron canonization para sa dalawang santo. The first Carlo Acutis died at 15, patay sa 15, in 2005. You know, sabi ni teacher ng Carlos, he was not a perfect student. He forgot homework. He was late to class. He was a prankster. Pero he loved. He always chose to love. At a young age, he got leukemia, a cancer. He got cancer in his blood. And he said that he offered all of his sacrifices for the church, for the Pope, for others, for other people who were suffering. Even in a very difficult situation, he found a way to love. And Jesus is inviting you and me. Find a way. Find a way. I'm giving you these saints, these examples, to guide you, to inspire you, to prove to you that it's always possible. Or Pier Giorgio Frassati, the second saint. He died at 24. You know, when he was at school, they said he got bullied They said even though he was at high school, he was already carrying a big cart around the city to give to the poor. Kasi wealthy siya. He was from a wealthy family, so he had lots of resources. His parents wanted him to become a politician, pero ayaw niya, gusto niya bigyan ang mga misfortunate people. That was his dream. Nothing stopped these two saints from loving. Nothing. They weren't priests. Hindi pari sila. Hindi missionary sila. Pero they were missionaries of love. Mucho importante. Much more important. And you are too. You are a missionary of love. In your school, at your work, in your families, you don't need to go to a different country to love. No. You start where you are. Don't be satisfied going halfway. Because you have a Jesus potential. Where in your life is Jesus inviting you to love to the max, to love in a difficult situation, to go up a level? Nasaan sa buhay mo gusto ni Jesus move up in love, to go up in love? Saan sa buhay mo? Nasaan sa buhay mo? Today, Jesus is inviting us to go beyond, to choose love and not be settled for less, not to be settled for less. You know, I've failed many times sa buhay ko. Maraming failures. Pero, meron isang beses, I was sick. It was in the past. And I was complaining to Jesus. Sabi ko, Lord, yung masyadong mahirap na yun ata. Masyadong mahirap na yun. Sabi mo, you would provide for me. Pero, hindi ka. Pero hindi ka. You're not. Panginoon. Tapos, in my prayer, I understood Jesus telling me, I understood God telling me, anak mo, I am providing for you. I'm giving you every breath, every step of love. Tapos, naala na akong yung experience, the elderly, tapos carer, and the carer, every step, the carer helps. Kung walang carer, walang step. And in that moment, wow, I really felt the strength, no? To move on, to move forward, to trust in God. In that prayer, I really felt the strength to, offer my sufferings up to others, to love. You know, where in your life is our Lord inviting you to move up in love? Schoolwork, forgiving a friend or teacher, being patient with your parents. So, sobrang mahirap yan. To be patient and to pray for your parents. To pray for those who might hurt you, a classmate, a bully at school. Where in your life is Jesus inviting you to move up? So we have this short time to pray now. Simple questions of anong nakastruck mo sa guidelines or sa readings or sa song? Anong nakastruck mo? Question 2. What is Jesus trying to tell you? What is Jesus trying to tell you? Question 3. Pray one Hail Mary. When you're finished your prayer, at the very end, we'll pray all together. We'll pray one Hail Mary for the person in our life who we are finding it difficult to love. Question 1. Anong nakastruck mo sa guidelines? Question 2. What is Jesus trying to tell you?